Welcome to Drunk on Social, the Symposium, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of the Symposium, brought to you by Drunk on Social. This is episode number 12, and for those of you that are new to us or just found us on whatever podcast app you listen to, we welcome you. This Drunk on Social is a Facebook group where we have now spun off, and we have an Instagram page, and we have a YouTube channel, and we have this podcast, and we're also broadcasting live into Clubhouse as we speak, where we bring you the latest and greatest news on everything that's happening in the social media world, different strategies that you could be using, different things that are important that you should be paying attention to for your business and for your brand. Because if you're paying attention and listening to us today, you obviously have an interest in social media for your business. So with that said, we've got 4, 5, 6 topics to discuss today. What's in the news? Tristan, what do you got, my friend?
What's up, buddy? I thought you were going to say that this was brought to you by Budweiser for a second, but you didn't. So I was
good.
like,
Actually, I never eat fast food, and look, I have a Burger King. I'm drinking Burger King right now.
Oh my gosh!
I feel like I'm probably going to end up in the bathroom here shortly. Let's get through the podcast.
That's going to be fun. I like it. All right, everybody, welcome. We're going to be talking about social media, and let's start off with the news from Instagram today, which is also going to roll into Facebook. So if you've been following along, Instagram is trying to figure out for a while whether or not they should allow us to see all of the likes that people hit on so that everyone else can see how much love you either have or you don't have. And some people have said, well, you should definitely remove that because it's a whole psychological thing. You make people feel bad that don't get a lot of likes, and then you drive the wrong intentions behind getting those likes. So what they decided to do is they announced and said, hey, you user, we're going to leave it up to you. If you want to show how many likes you get, great, that's up to you. If you don't, you can also remove them. What do you think of that, Jeff? Because now it's going to give us the option on Facebook as well.
I mean, I don't want to offend anybody, but I think that we're living in a participation trophy world. And I think that I think it's silly. I get it. I have teenage daughters. I know that, you know, it's the perception is reality. And nowadays, especially the younger ages, they judge each other based upon what you see on social media. I think it's stupid, but I guess I understand it. I just don't necessarily love it. And it is what it is. And we're just going to have to roll with it.
Well, dude, I think that Instagram and Facebook also think it's stupid. And that's why they're giving the choice to people, right? They're pretty much saying, hey, this is absolutely ridiculous, but we'll give you the choice. If you want to show it or not, do it. But dude, they're giving me the choice. I'm going to keep it on.
I agree.
Well, why the hell would I turn it off? That's the whole purpose, right?
I was going to say, but at the end of the day, remember this, when it comes to your social media strategy, likes don't mean much. Views don't mean much. So what matters is engagement. What matters is, are people sharing your posts? Are they saving your posts? Are they commenting on your post? That's what matters. And so we say this, I say this probably maybe more often than you do, but virality is purely for vanity. So don't get too caught up in virality, because at the end of the day, if you have let's just use a video, for example, that gets 1 million views, but no sales, you just feel good about yourself, right? It's cool. I got 1 million views, but then you have another video that has 200 views, but you make 2 sales. Which one would you rather have? I mean, it's a no-brainer. You want to, we're doing this at the end of the day to make sales, to make money, to grow our business. And so, don't get too caught up in the likes anyway, because it's not necessarily reflective of your success on social media.
Dude, that's a good key, which shifts me into YouTube. And I don't know if you were following along, but YouTube recently reported that, I'm going to just read this to you, that over 120 million people in the US are now streaming YouTube or YouTube TV into their TV screens. What that means, gradually, YouTube is just superseding traditional TV. That's what it means, dude.
It is.
That's a lot
It's
of
going to.
people doing it. And then you think of the thing that they add on top of this, because I was watching, do you know Mr. Beast?
Should I?
Mr. Beast, you should. You definitely go on YouTube, subscribe to Mr. Beast. It's fun. He's like a 23-year-old kid, but Mr. Beast rocks. But the thing about this is that when we look at YouTube, and you and I were talking about this a little bit ago, it comes down to those creators consistently creating content in YouTube. And the way that YouTube keeps them there is that they reward them really well, because the more views they get, the more they get paid, right? And that, in essence, is what's going to continue to bring in higher quality content. And that's what the other social media outlets are missing. You know, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok does okay, right? LinkedIn sucks at it. And Pinterest, I think it's like non-existent. Twitter's about to start it. And so you see, this is what continually drives those creators to bring in amazing content. And I'm just going to go over the top 3, because I know you were wondering, what are the top 3 100 creators, right? First is gaming. 53% of all creators are doing gaming. Obviously, it's like Twitch, right? 24% are people in blogs. Who would have thought that? And 15% is entertainment.
Written blogs.
Yeah, dude. Like just talking, like talking heads, telling you what's going on.
So blogging, also vlogging.
Yeah, real estate, business. Hey, let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to do that. I kind of like what you and I do on YouTube. Unbelievable how that drives traffic, right? But that quality matters. And the thing that I want people to take out of this specifically is that YouTube is still the #1 social media outlet in the world. It's going to continue to stay there because they pay their people well. And so that needs to be one of your strategies as a social media person running a business, right? Solopreneur, entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. Social media needs to include YouTube when you're talking about it, because now they've got shorts, which is competing with TikTok. And the traditional long form video is not going anywhere. That's where people still go to. My son, my daughter, everybody goes there when they have questions. Hey, how do you do this? Like, dude, I'm making a cake over the weekend. And you know where I went? YouTube. I'm a pineapple upside down cake. That's what I'm making. And I went to YouTube.
I'd like to see a picture of this. Would you tag me in your post when you post?
I'll tag you on the post. We're going to start a separate thing called eating on social, okay? Oh, baking on social.
I love it. I mean, you know, what you said to start this was that is a fact. We've seen these statistics. I think that I've even read that by 2025, YouTube will actually become the primary source of television in most homes over cable and satellite. And so I think the point and the key for those of you listening is not because you need to look forward to where you're going to watch your TV, but is because this is relevant, that if you are considering a YouTube strategy or you already have one, that you having a relevance on YouTube is going to be beyond powerful, because the odds of you getting it's like being on your local cable network, right? Or being on, you know, DirecTV. And you're just going to pop up from time to time in a side banner because your content was relevant to something someone was watching. And so you're going to have a really great opportunity to build a powerful brand. And, you know, Tristan and I, you know, you and I have a couple of good friends who are doing just that. Ken Pozek, realtor in the Orlando, Florida market, Brad McCallum in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Those two guys are literally changing their lives and their business based upon what they've built on YouTube. And there's countless others that have done the same thing. So it's a powerful, powerful place.
Dude, and it's just getting started, man. That's the thing that's awesome to see. What I have 34, I'm looking this up, so I didn't memorize this, but 34.6 billion monthly visitors to YouTube. That's a billion, 34 billion.
Crazy.
And that number is going to go up because of shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go, dude. That to me is extremely impressive. Everyone needs a YouTube angle or you're going to fail. All right. Instagram adds new engagement insights for Reels and Instagram live broadcast. Jeff, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't do much of lives on Instagram.
Me neither.
Do you?
Nope.
All right. But you do Reels.
I do a lot of Reels.
You do a lot of Reels. So they're opening up the insights so that we understand more about the people that are watching our Reels. Kind of very similar to what TikTok has already. Because you see at the bottom of TikTok, it just says, it gives you all the details, right? Well, they're adding that to Reels, which I think is important because it'll tell us who is looking at our ads and are we targeting the right people? Is our message being delivered to those people that we want, right? And that's important. I think that should go deeper, right? Like you and I, were we talking about this last week, Jeff? Where like we said, if there was a social outlet that would stop targeting us with all these companies, but they charged us $1 or $2 and gave us deep insights, I'd pay, right? I think that we were talking about that, right?
Yes.
Or did I dream it? All right, good.
Oh, yes.
Thought so. All right. Cool. What do you think, dude, in regards to insights and demographics?
That's the thing about Instagram. So I was actually teaching to a brokerage in Utah today. And when I'm teaching social media, I typically go deeper on Instagram than anything because I believe that the future of social media lies in Instagram. The nearest future, I think that's where people should be investing their time right now, more so than any other platform. And Instagram's analytics / insights are awesome. Like you have to have a business or a creator page. So if you have a personal Instagram, leave that, vacate that, change your account to a business or a creator. It's not like Facebook. It doesn't matter if you have a business Instagram page, you can still post personal stuff. It's just the way it works. I don't know how other else way to tell you. It's different than Facebook, but the analytics that you get allow you to dive deep on who's engaging with your stuff, which allows you to then evolve your content so you know what's working. And so absolutely pay attention. This is an awesome ad. I love it because I do create a lot of Reels and I do want to see deeper analytics on it. And the thing is, I'll say this about Reels, and I did a post on this in Drunk on Social, I think it was last week. The amount, it's first of all, it's all over the board. Like the amount of views, I'll get a video that gets 50 views and then 3 in a row that are over $2,000. It's crazy, right? It's just, I have no idea why, right? So it's important to just keep testing and keep doing it. But my point is, I can post that same video on Facebook and I guarantee you, I have 5,000 friends and 1,500 followers. I might get 200 to 700 views, depending on the video. That's it. And I'm getting 2,000 on my Instagram Reels. You understand what that means. I'm getting a lot more eyeballs, which creates a lot more opportunities, creates more followers. That's the name of the game. All you got to do is play the game, and whatever the platform tells you to be using, which Instagram is essentially telling us to use Reels, use it because you're going to pick up more eyeballs. And much like TikTok, the opportunity to go viral is very possible on Reels. And I know I said earlier, virality is vanity. It is. But then again, the more eyeballs that you pick up, the more potential opportunities that you can create. And so it's very simple. Just use it. And you never know what could come of it.
Well, dude, on that really quick, those that are listening in, I want to remind you that you have options on Instagram. And the reason Jeff tells you to go all in on Instagram is because you do have a lot of options and people don't often use everything that Instagram has. So if you're posting to Instagram, make sure that you're going to your feed, posting once a day on your feed, once a day at least on Reels, right? Once is okay, twice. If you're crazy like Jeff, 50 times a day is okay. And then don't forget about IGTV. If you've created this long form video that you've already posted on YouTube or somewhere else, post it in IGTV. That's 3. Then your stories, right? That's the cool thing that Jeff does such a great job on stories. So you follow him, you know what he's doing throughout the day. Like right after this, if you follow, he's going to show you that he's going to go take a dump because he's having fast food. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see part.
I won't go that far.
I'm joking. And then the other part is live, which I don't use as often, right? So that's 5 options you have just on Instagram.
Dude, you didn't even mention, by the way,
What?
there's the other feature, which is a guide. Did you say guide?
No, I didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
say
so that's a whole nother thing that we really haven't even dove into, and we need to at some point. But it creates an opportunity for you in a local market to be the creator of a guide, like for an area. So if you're a real estate agent, you can create a guide. And now all of a sudden you're like the authority because you're the creator of that particular guide. I haven't dove too deep into it. Ken and I were talking about it one day, and he created one in Orlando and like immediately picked up a bunch of followers. So it's just, there's opportunity there. It's worth checking out.
I love that. Great addition to that, dude. All right. Shifting over to Clubhouse, because we're on Clubhouse right now at the same time we're recording this podcast. And last time we announced that Android finally released the Clubhouse version of Android, right? Or I guess you say Clubhouse released the Android version of their own app, whatever it looks like. 1 million downloads over the last 2 weeks. That's pretty nuts, because for a while they were kind of dying there. It almost felt like nobody was downloading it anymore. And 1 million is a lot. I just checked how many followers I have, and I got a little spike. So you should check too, Jeff.
Clubhouse?
Yeah, get a little spike. It's doing good. Functions the exact same way. But look, I think now we're going to start seeing a lot more people jump on. Because you remember when you and I jumped on Clubhouse, we were on it like every day, 5 times a day. And then we started getting worn out. We're like, well, this is a little too much. But so far it's been downloaded 15 million times, right? So that's a lot of people downloading this app.
Well, being that we have an audience on Clubhouse as we speak, which, again, if you talk to most people in our industry or any industry for that matter, if you're new to Clubhouse, welcome. If you've been around for a little while, you've probably vacated by and large. We still believe that there's a relevance to Clubhouse and that you should be paying attention. This is the same thing that basically happened with TikTok, and everybody scoffed it off. It's stupid. It's for teenagers. It's owned by China, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden it's become extremely relevant. And you know me, I had a hunch that it would be. And I think we have a hunch that the Clubhouse still may have some relevance. I mean, imagine when this thing goes B2C. I think there's a lot of opportunity, again, using realtors as an example, to host digital, like first-time homebuyer seminars and things like that. Imagine if Clubhouse gives you the opportunity to target a geographical area and run an ad and say, hey, I'm going to run this seminar in Clubhouse. Think about it. There's very little time or effort, very little cost, if any, put into it. And you don't have to show up to a venue for no one to show up. And if nobody shows up on Clubhouse, what did you lose? A few minutes, right? So I do believe that there's some potential functionality if they evolve and improve, and I think they will. And I do believe the people that stick around, just keep it on your radar. I think if it does evolve, I think you will be the one who reaps the rewards because you stayed dialed in. Just like the TikTokers who stuck with it are now turning potential, they're creating opportunities and they're having business as a result.
I love that, dude. So part of that, you see in February they had, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, in February they had 9.6 million downloads. And in April, they had 900,000. That's a big difference. And so this is why they've been pushing the Android download so badly, because they needed it. And I think, Jeff, just from your experience and my experience in Clubhouse, because we're also doing so many other things, and so are a lot of other business owners, right? I don't have all this time to jump on at any time, right? Even if I'm jumping in and out, like Gary Vee says we should, right? Jump in and out anytime. Like you're brushing your teeth, jump in. I'm like, no, thanks. I'm not going to do that. I think there should be smaller Clubhouse rooms, like, hey, 15-minute, 20-minute, and you should tell people the time and it shuts off, right? That would encourage me to be on. Oh, I only have to be on here for 15 minutes. That's cool, right? I know it's quick, in and out, right? They should have a timed limit for rooms, because even though some people want to say, hey, I'm done in an hour, it still keeps going, And that pisses.
Yeah. And I think that's what really caused a lot of people to vacate, because a lot of those people were spending literally all night. And that's just people with lack of discipline that just can't help themselves, and they just got stuck in. So those of you that are in Clubhouse right now, I wonder if you guys or any of you are experiencing that. I don't know if it's as prevalent as it was 4 or 5 months ago when we were getting into it, but it was then. People were all literally having all-nighters on Clubhouse. And Tristan and I have talked about this. We do believe that there needs to be a shorter form version of Clubhouse, because I do believe that there is a place in the world for this audio only type platform. But imagine if there was a shorter form, almost like mini podcasts that people could share their thoughts in a really short snip.
10, 15, 20 minutes, I'm in.
Yeah, or 30 or 60 seconds.
I will love Clubhouse again, because right now I'm not digging it too much.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, we're there, so it tells you something about how we feel about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't completely hate it. I like it a little bit. I'm giving it some love. Dude, and that's all I got. That's all the news I got for social media.
We're not done yet. We have one more piece.
Oh, the LinkedIn TikTok. One you were thinking.
No, TikTok. Actually, okay, you're right. 2. TikTok first. We'll leave LinkedIn for last. Actually, no, we'll go LinkedIn real quick, and then we'll finish with TikTok.
Go.
LinkedIn is now adding a boost feature. So any of you who are familiar with obviously boosting or running targeted ads on Facebook, I imagine this is going to be something somewhat similar. They've already have, if you are familiar with our guys over at MyLink Solutions, there's other platforms out there like it, but LinkedIn is an undervalued, underrated platform with a ton of opportunity. And so if you're sleeping on it and you're looking for a different platform to maybe find some success, there's a lot of opportunity there. And now that you've always been able to run targeted ads, but now they have a boost option. I think it's just going to increase your visibility. So it's the same concept, just different type of platform. Tristan, what do you think about this?
I think it's great. I think being able to target, I think what they're saying is that the boost is going to be available, but the targeting is going to run like if you're in the back end of Ads Manager. One of the challenging things about Facebook when you're running ads is that it's so difficult to run it, and it changes the next day. Like I literally go a week without running an ad, and then sometimes I'm like, where did they switch that to? Because I can't find it. With LinkedIn, I'm assuming they're going to simplify the process. And so they're calling it boost, but it's going to have a lot more power than the typical Facebook boost, which doesn't do very much except give you like brand recognition, right? That's what I'm thinking. So I'm excited about that.
Love it. Last one, TikTok, two different updates. And for those of you that might be new to us, if you're not new to us, you already know that we're very passionate about TikTok for a lot of reasons. And we think you should be too.
I love TikTok because I get to follow Jeff.
Well, it is the best content creation platform on the planet. And forget it for the social app. It's pretty powerful there too, but just forget that. It's the best content creation tool that exists to create efficiency and allow you to have all of the features of advanced videography right there within one app. And so if you're not familiar with it, you should start to become familiar with it because it's powerful. It also will make you more adept at doing reels, which is also powerful. So they have 2 updates that we wanted to share. One is that they're launching a radio station, which is a TikTok radio station. And this may or may not apply to you and your business, but it's important to understand TikTok and where it's going and where it has come. And that is that the app has become a place for music creators like the Jason Derulos of the world and up and coming music artists. This is where they are getting their music to become popular, so then they can obviously, hopefully, hit it big. And so this is really smart of TikTok to go down this path. And I think the relevance to you all, to most of you, if you're in the music industry and you're not on TikTok, get on it. Like you're missing opportunity because there's a lot of musicians who are making it big as a result of TikTok. If you're not a musician, I understand that's no big deal. I'm not either, but understanding that you could be using this music, using trending music, using licensed music in your content, and you can get away with it because you can't if you don't use a TikTok. That's a reason enough to understand the importance of being able to use music and how to use it with your content. I don't know if there's anything more to say about that, Tristan. Do you have anything to add?
No, man. I think if you're not on TikTok yet.
Well, that's a perfect segue to this next topic, to the last topic, which is TikTok just created a whole set of tips on how to basically easy to follow instructional videos showing business owners how to take their TikTok to the next level. Probably also for people that have never been on TikTok. So if you go follow TikTok on YouTube, they have a YouTube channel and they have a playlist called Behind the Camera. Go check this out. If you're new to TikTok or you just don't understand how to use all the features, they have examples of showing you how to, for example, keep it simple, shoot vertically, how to have good lighting, focus on your subject, how to use effects and use text, and most importantly, just have fun. There's all these different tutorials. This is something that, again, we talked about in the beginning, why we use YouTube. We're going to learn how to bake a cake.
Upside down pineapple cake.
Upside down pineapple cake with Tristan. But you can also learn how to dial in your TikTok game. If you don't have teenagers like I do, that's what made me good at TikTok. You're going to rely on YouTube. And check this out. So again, go to the TikTok's YouTube channel and look at the playlist Behind the Camera. I would definitely check that out. Again, TikTok for me is like a savior to my content, and I'm so thankful for that platform. Don't know what I would do without it, my friend.
I love TikTok, man.
That's all I got. That's all we got. So we're going to wrap up the podcast. Once again, if you're on Clubhouse and you have questions for us, hang around. We'll shift over there and we'll be there for you if you have any questions. If you're on the podcast, thank you for joining. Don't forget, this is driven by the Drunk on Social Facebook group. If you're not already a member, go check it out. Go become a member. It is a private group. It's all about just sharing stuff. It's just free value. Go check it out. It's not just the two of us. There's a lot of other contributors on that page. Also, go follow us on Instagram. Go follow us on YouTube. You're going to get all of our content there. Again, we are just, this is a passion of Tristan and mine. We love it. We love sharing. We love talking about this stuff. It helps us keep our games at the highest level. And we want to help some of you do the same thing. So thank you for listening. And we will see you on next week's episode. And again, if you're on Clubhouse, we'll be over there in like 5 seconds. See you, buddy.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Drunk on Social, the Symposium. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.